What's going on, y'all? My name is David Cardoso. You guys are watching Native Outdoors. Now today is August 26th, and for those of you who don't know, is the beginning and opening day of archery season here in South Florida where I live. So right now it is 3 in the morning. I am waiting for my brother-in-law Richard to get here so that we can load up the truck, get the kayaks in there, because for those of you who don't know anything about hunting in South Florida, it is wet and it is hot. But hey, we're gonna be getting out there. We've had some good stuff coming up on the cameras, a few deer, a few hogs. It's opening day, anything can happen. We'll see you in the woods. You ready, Sonny?
Let's go.
Alrighty guys, so it is 11:30 in the morning. It's hot. That sun is directly above us. We had those hogs around us for about an hour. All around us, just barely out of bow sight. At one point, I had that sow at about 29 yards. But I don't know if you guys can see. There are some palm trees, like right here. Some palmetto leaves that didn't give me a good shot. She was like right at the base of that palmetto tree over there. And I just didn't have a good shot. I didn't feel good with that shot. I don't want to start the season off with an injured animal, so I chose not to take a shot. Then they worked their way all the way around here. We were looking at them through all that nasty stuff, and I saw them back here. And they just kept going, kept going. They went for morning for sure. But right now we're gonna go ahead and get down and go get some lunch, regroup, come back out for the afternoon sit. See if we can get lucky.
So it is about 3:40 in the afternoon. We actually went over to McDonald's, got ourselves fish fillet. If you don't know about the fish fillet from McDonald's, now you do. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But here we are, we're packing up all this stuff and we're getting ready to get back out there. And just to show you guys again here, if you couldn't see the rig from earlier in the dark, here it is, connected the kayak, which worked marvelously. to the sled to haul the stuff and whatever we shoot. Hopefully we put some use to that. Got some refreshments. You know, we had to come in clutch. Very needed. And we're getting out there. Alrighty guys, so like true Florida boy fashion, learned a lesson from this morning. We're gonna chuck it barefoot till we get to the woods now. Let's go. Alright guys, here we are. We're gonna cut into the woods this time. We're not gonna paddle all the way around. It's daylight right now and I know my way back here at night, so this will be a little bit of a shorter, drier route. Alrighty guys, here we are for the afternoon sit. Got Ridge right there with me. It's a pretty good little spot that we've had for a while. I don't know if you guys can see my camera right there. I'll show you guys the pictures we've been getting on that. I'll go ahead and B-roll that for you guys, but we've had a whole bunch of hogs actually. This is the spot where the hogs came through. See, we were sitting earlier this morning about 80 to 90 yards that way. And the hogs came through all this hog hammock here. And they popped out right in front of this camera. It looks like they were going this way, which if you can see, there's like an alleyway that cuts to the back over there. So let's see how we do for the afternoon sit. I ran out of snacks, so let's see if I'm a good catcher and Rich is a good QB. Ready? Snacks secured, baby. This gives me about 2.5 more hours on the tree. Alrighty guys, so that is all. As you guys witnessed, we had ample opportunities today, but wasn't enough. That's hunting. Sometimes you get all the opportunities, but you just can't connect. Something we didn't show you there at the end, before getting down from the stands, we had 2 more hogs come in at about 30, but we were past shooting light, so we got down. Now we're on our way back to the truck. Alrighty y'all, so unfortunately, as you guys saw, we were not able to get them. We had a lot of opportunities, but unfortunately couldn't make anything come together. Them hogs were just stuck in the palmettos the whole time and never really gave me a good shot. You know, that's hunting. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But luckily for me and luckily for you guys, I got a freezer full of good aim. So this right here is a rack of hog ribs. I was successful a few months ago. Actually, me and my buddy Dylan, we went to a local WMA and we shot a really nice sow. She was about 110, 120 pounds, perfect white meat. We actually, it's funny because we actually just moved to this house over here by Royal Palm, but about 2 weeks ago, we're living in a townhouse and we had nowhere to hang this hog, so we actually had to hang it up on my balcony outside my townhouse. I'll show you guys what that looks like. So if you're ever questioning your redneckery, just know you're not redneck enough if you don't hang up a hog outside of your balcony. But this was a really good sow hog that we shot and got her processed same day. I've had this in the freezer now, I want to say like 2.5 months, so it's still perfectly fine. And I do back seal all my meat. But we're gonna go ahead and get this prepared for you guys today. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this down the middle, and just to get it a little bit more manageable, because as you guys see, this is a big old piece of rack of ribs. So I'm gonna split it down the middle with my cutter, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna season it all up and stick it in the oven. If you shoot a hog, if they're not like super fat, they won't have all this meat. But this, like I said, this sow hog was nice and chunky, so we decided to save the ribs on this one because it looks real good. Alrighty guys, so we got our ribs nice and split. That was a little bit of a mission, not having the right tools, but we got it done. Now the next thing we're gonna do here, we're gonna dry them off, get them real nice and dry on all sides. You really want that seasoning to stick to them. So just pat them real nice and dry. So we patted our ribs down, got them real nice and dry, and I'm gonna stick them in this bowl. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of olive oil. Boom, 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 just to give the seasoning something to stick to a little bit better. Really get it in there. No measurements here, just kind of going with the flow. So once you hit it with your olive oil, go ahead. First things first, Everglades fish and chicken. You know you're Floridian if you got this stuff. So, real liberal with this seasoning. This stuff's pretty much good on anything. I know a lot of people that like the original. I really like this one. And I put it on a lot more than just fish and chicken, as you can see. Next up, some smoked, hands are all greasy. I'm gonna definitely have to disinfect these, but I like some, woo, that was a little bit much, but that's all right. We're gonna just use that, rub it into everything. Smoked paprika, what we just added in there. And since we don't got a smoker here, that's gonna give us that smoke flavor. And as you guys can see, I did leave the fat on there because this sow had a good amount of fat on her. I just think that's gonna help it to cook a little bit better, maybe get a little closer to that domesticated pork taste. Next up, a little bit of pepper. Not much is good. I'm not a huge fan of pepper. Some garlic powder. Last but not least, salt. Not too much of that. That's good. Go ahead and mix all that up in there. Let it all just come together. You can already see the color coming up on those bad boys. Alrighty guys, and there it is. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this with some wrap, and I'm probably gonna leave it for about an hour, hour and a half, just so that those flavors can get infused in there. And then we're gonna stick it in the oven. We'll see you there. Well, what do you know, folks? It's been about 2 hours. I went ahead and pulled the ribs out of the container, laid them out on this bacon rack, and we're about to stick them in the oven. Bring them over here, show you guys. Set your oven to 250 degrees. Get them right in there. Low and slow. And we'll check back up in about 2.5 hours. Alrighty, so then things are already starting to fall off the bone. So we're gonna go ahead and pull them. Actually went a little quicker than I thought it would. And what I'm gonna do here, guys, is now I'm gonna wrap them up in some foil so we could really let the juices stay inside. And before we do that, we're gonna dab it with this stuff. Picked this up yesterday at Publix. I love this sauce, that Carolina Gold. So we're gonna put some of this on there. Go ahead and hit it with some of this love and goodness right here. And just spread that on. Now you want this to be thick on there. Let's see, like this isn't even enough, I feel like. Because right now we're gonna wrap it, and this stuff is just gonna impregnate inside the meat once we wrap it. And it's the steam of the meat itself is gonna allow this to just cook onto it. So you wanna be real generous with that Carolina sauce. And guys, I have never done this before. This is the first time. But I can tell you right now, it's gonna be good. All right, you're gonna get your foil. Ooh, it's hot. Boom, and just like that, back in the oven. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Alrighty, y'all. It's been about another hour sitting in there. And as you guys saw, it was already almost done earlier, so I went ahead and pulled it. And now, very important, as it's covered, we're gonna let it sit right there for about 15 minutes, just like that. So we'll see how that looks like just in a bit. Alrighty, y'all, here we go. And perfect timing, because look at what the cat dragged in. Rich, my sister, everybody's here for some food. Are you putting your hands all up in my hog meat, bro? Woo-wee. That looks good, man. Let's hit it with some fresh Carolina sauce. So this time we're gonna go just a little bit lighter. Boom. And Picasso it up. My dogs are going crazy. Sorry about the noise. But hey, y'all, this is real life. We're eating. We're getting ready to have a good time. What do you think?
I don't know, actually.
We're about to find out.
Yep.
Some hog meat. Nice old red sow meat. Mmm. It's gonna be delicious. Mmm. Look at that, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Falling off the bone, folks. Perfectly cooked. You gonna be the first one?
Maybe.
All right, y'all, Maria does not want to be the first one. I guess she doesn't trust my cooking or the hog, but I definitely will. So here it is. Mmm. Guys, I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit tough, wild game meat, but the flavor is amazing. I think the Carolina sauce is a winner. I've made a lot of different types of meats with this, and I think it's like catered to pork. So I think that was good. We're gonna eat it. And that's all we got for today, folks, on this episode of Native Outdoors. You guys follow along. We got more content coming out. Make sure that if you like what you saw, you give it a like, you subscribe, you share it with your friends, because we got a lot more coming your way, a lot more outdoors content. I can tell you for sure, hunting season just started, and we got big things coming. Fishing, spear fishing, all the works. So go ahead, like, and subscribe, all right? You guys be good. God bless. We'll catch you on the next one.